So in this demo, we're going to do a brown stock, which is, in this case, a batch of Vietnamese pho. We're going to start off with our vegetables. I got a hand of ginger that I'm splitting in half, and then you're going to see me cutting up an onion here. We'll just cut it into some big chunks. This stock's going to cook for a really long time, so we don't have to do anything particularly small. I'm just going to cut it in quarters, cut the other one in quarters, and then real quick just take the skin off. There we go. Go ahead, get rid of the skin, and I think you see where this is going, so we'll just cut ahead to the next part. We're going to take those, we're going to put them into the oven. I don't know if you can see that the broiler's on, but we're going to turn those onions and ginger, not just brown, but black. We're going to roast them until they're really good and dark. For the next part, I got my meats and bones. You'll see on the left-hand side, there's some beef tails, and now I'm adding some other beef bones. I think they're leg bones. And then we're going to throw those in the oven to roast them up till they're nice and brown. Let's see. Cool. So, bones in the oven. And now I've got, because they didn't fit all in one pan, I got a few more bones. These I think are neck bones. You see they got a little bit more meat on them, which is really nice for stock. So in that goes, into the oven with its friends. Alright, so the next part, here we're going to do our little herb sachet. This is going to be the seasoning for the stock. So on a piece of cheesecloth I've got, these are called star anise, tastes like fennel. That's a black cardamom pod, and a cinnamon stick, and a few pieces of coriander seed. So we're going to take that, we'll bundle up the cheesecloth, and get a piece of string here. Just bear with me in a second as I try to remember how to do a square knot, and then I remember that it doesn't matter. There we go. We'll just tie that all up. And there's your sachet. That's your seasoning for this stock. I told you we were going to turn them black. So there's our onions and ginger. After a little while under the broiler, they are nice and charred. So now I got all my mise en place for this stock. I got my neck bones, got the oxtails and the leg bones, and already in the pot is the burnt onions and ginger. There we go. Throw the neck bones in there. We'll throw in the leg bones and the tails, and then once that's all in there, I'm going to start adding my water. So I got my vegetables, I got my meat and bones. I'm going to throw in a couple of quarts of water. I'll add some more in a minute. So in that goes, I'm going to add that in carefully, just so I don't splash it all over my stove. And don't forget the sachet. There it is. And then once we fill that up with water, we're going to let that stock cook for about 5 hours, maybe a little bit more. And 5 hours later, this is what we end up with. I wish you could smell this. It's fantastic. So I'm going to drop that, or I'm going to pour that through a strainer. And once I get all the strained goodness out of the way, pour that into a container and I'll chill it overnight. And that is my faux broth. Brown stock. We roasted the bones, we roasted the vegetables. There we go.